The morning after I said I do, I woke up convinced I'd finally escaped the chaos of bad relationships forever. My name is Emily Harper. I was 34, a kindergarten teacher who spent her days wiping noses and tying shoelaces, and just hours earlier I'd married Ryan Keller in a candlelit garden ceremony. Golden light poured through the curtains of our hotel suite. Ryan lay beside me, one arm draped across the pillow, chest rising and falling in perfect rhythm. He looked innocent in sleep, like a man who'd never hurt anyone. I eased out of bed, brewed coffee in the little machine, and stole a bite of the top tier we'd saved. I caught my reflection in the mirror and grinned at the stranger wearing a wedding ring. Then my phone buzzed. Private number. I almost let it go to voicemail. Mrs. Keller, a low voice asked. This is Marcus Tate, general manager at Willow Garden Venue. We hosted your reception last night. I laughed softly. Everything was beautiful. Thank you. A long silence stretched across the line. That's not why I'm calling. We reviewed overnight security footage as part of routine closing procedure. There's something you need to see. Today. In person. My pulse stumbled. Something about the event. I can't discuss it over the phone. And Emily, please come alone. Don't mention this to your husband. The shower hissed on behind me. Ryan was awake. In that single heartbeat, the fairy tale cracked. 6 months earlier, Ryan had walked into my life like a quiet answer to years of noise. We met in a cozy coffee shop during a rainstorm. I was grading finger-painted masterpieces at a corner table. He was sheltering from the downpour, jacket damp, dark hair curling at the collar. He asked if the empty chair was taken. We talked for hours. He listened, really listened, about my chaotic classroom, my widowed mom, my exhaustion after bad dates that went nowhere. He remembered my favorite tea order. He showed up after parent-teacher nights with takeout when I was too drained to cook. He never pushed, never played games. Instead, he spoke plainly about wanting stability, a real partnership, maybe kids someday. My mom warned me it was moving fast. My friends raised eyebrows at the speed. But Ryan felt steady, safe, like the calm I'd been craving. The wedding was intimate, 40 guests under string lights in the garden of Willow Garden Venue. My mom cried when she adjusted my veil. Ryan's eyes never left mine as I walked the petal-strewn path. His vows were quiet but fierce. He promised to always have my back. During our first dance, he whispered that I'd made him the luckiest man on earth. Phones captured every second. It felt perfect. There were tiny moments I dismissed. My maid of honor, Claire Donovan, an old sorority sister, lingering too long when she hugged Ryan, her laughter a little sharp. Later, while I posed for photos with my cousins, Ryan slipped away saying he needed air. I didn't think twice. That night we collapsed into the hotel suite, laughing and dizzy with champagne. My grandmother's small downtown bungalow, left to me 5 years ago, was waiting for us to start our life together. I'd refused to sell it, just as she'd asked. Keep your roots, sweetheart, she'd said. No man should ever leave you without a home. Ryan always called it charming, said it felt like the fresh start he'd never had in his cramped apartment across town. Moving in together seemed logical. Why pay rent when we had equity? I never realized I wasn't offering love. I was offering shelter. And to some people, shelter looks like a jackpot. I arrived at the venue alone. Marcus met me at the locked gate, face grim. He led me to a back office where a monitor glowed. I almost deleted it, he said. But I have a daughter your age. He hit play. Grainy hallway footage first, then a side door to the private lounge. Timestamp, 10:12 p.m. While I was cutting cake with my mom. Claire entered, glancing over her shoulder. Ryan followed. He shut the door. They kissed like it was rehearsed. Long, hungry, familiar. She lit a cigarette. He took a drag, laughing low. Marcus turned up the audio. Claire's voice. I nearly cracked watching you act so devoted out there. Ryan, relax. Phase 1 complete. Give it a few months. I'll get her to add me to the deed. What's mine is yours, babe. Teachers are sentimental. She'll sign anything for love. Claire, then divorce. Ryan, clean. House sells for plenty. We split the profit, upgrade, disappear to the coast. Easiest mark I've ever had. Lonely, sweet, desperate for someone decent. They clinked glasses. My stomach turned to ice. When the clip ended, I didn't cry. Something colder took root. I drove to my mom's house instead of the hotel. She took one look at me and pulled me inside. My uncle, an ex-cop, was visiting. He watched the file in silence, jaw tight. They both wanted to confront Ryan immediately. I asked them to wait. If I accused him privately, he'd spin tears and excuses. I needed witnesses. I needed the lie exposed in daylight. The idea came quickly. A newlywed thank you brunch the following weekend, casual, mimosa-filled, a chance to relive the joy. Ryan loved it. "You're so thoughtful, Em." Claire texted heart emojis. "Can't wait, Mrs. Keller." Marcus offered the venue again, free of charge. Every guest accepted. Saturday morning, the garden filled with the same faces. Ryan toasted our future. Claire arrived in a bright sundress, kissing my cheek like nothing had changed. I waited until coffee and pastries were served, smiles all around. I stood, tapped a glass. Before everyone heads out, the venue captured a sweet behind-the-scenes moment from last weekend. Thought we'd all enjoy it. The projector hummed to life. The lounge appeared. Claire entered. Ryan followed. The kiss. The conversation. Gasps rose like a wave. Ryan bolted upright. "This is edited, turn it off." No one reached for the remote. His parents stared in horror. Claire went white. When Ryan's calm voice laid out the scam, his father stood and roared, "Get out of my sight." I slipped off my ring and set it on Ryan's plate. Marriage over. Papers served Monday. The house stays mine. He lunged for my arm. "Baby, it's not what." I stepped back. "It's exactly what you said it was." Security escorted him out. Claire followed, head down, ignored by everyone. By evening, Ryan's belongings were gone from the bungalow. The divorce was uncontested. Life resumed, children's laughter in my classroom, coffee with real friends, quiet evenings that no longer felt empty. I'm not the same trusting woman he targeted. I'm awake now. Stronger in the quiet way that doesn't need to shout. If someone's counting on you being too nice to fight back, prove them wrong. Patient truth is the sharpest revenge of all.